Hi, everyone. Welcome, day 30. Day 30, here we are. So, on day 30, I was listening last night. You've heard me talk about my teacher, John Roger, who traveled the world for at least 50 years giving talks, and they were recorded. I was listening to one last night, and it struck me. He said, many people go outside of themselves to fulfill and look out in the world to fulfill the needs that are inside. And we talked about that. I talked about that in terms of Marshall Rosenberg's work on a previous day, kind of early on, that one of the wounds that people have is their needs not being met. And at least in American culture, at least when I was growing up, and Marshall Rosenberg talked about this, schools, parents often don't, maybe it's changed, but put the needs of the child first. So, for example, you might go in school, I have to raise your hand, I have to go to the bathroom. No, you don't. You can wait till recess. Or, gosh, Mom, I don't want to go to school today. I don't feel that good. Yes, you do. Just suck it up and get. This is the kind of thing where our needs are refuted. And it's the kind of thing that also can lead to a narcissistic personality disorder, because a child and then a grown-up doesn't develop. You don't know what you need. You know you need to, for example, in school, go to the bathroom. And you, as a little kid, that's innocent and you know what that need is. But then an adult that you respect is saying, no, you don't actually need that. And so sometimes we question our own needs, which in turn comes to, we don't develop a sense of character, a character, I don't know the word, just our character, our self with a capital S, not the soul self, but our self in this world. If our needs are always being refuted and denied and dismissed, then there's a confusion on the inner levels, subconscious, unconscious. And then what happens is we can't really hear others either, or don't really want to. It's not that we don't want to in our hearts. It's just that if we can't hear ourselves, there's no way we can hear others. And what's our self but our needs, our talents, our expression, our dreams, our hopes, and our purpose and destiny. So back to what John Rogers said, if you're not fulfilling your inner needs inwardly, people go outwardly. And you see that with people. I have a friend, for example, that is very wealthy. He's done very, very well on his own in his working life. It's all come out of fear, though. And he's 78 years old and he can't stop working, although he could have retired at 40 and was a millionaire at 30. But that he's just outside, making more money, going to work, or, to fulfill something that was never fulfilled inside. And he doesn't really know it. He sort of knows it, but not really. And he's really not on this kind of a path like we're doing. So he's not really looking at it. And that's all well and good. We accept people for where they're at. Not everybody is ready to make the path of learning and growing their path, but they'll get lots of lifetimes to do that. So there's no hurry. So back to our needs. So the greatest thing of healing is to know what your needs are and fulfill them, not outside of yourself, not looking for a relationship to fill them, not looking for work to fill them, not looking for doing good even to fulfill them. That's a big one. You see a lot of people doing good, and it's just, it's kind of it fulfills something, but it's from the outside in. It's still good, and that's great. And that's a great way that they've worked that for themselves. but it may not be authentic to the true self, the truest self. So what are our needs on this planet anyway? What are we here for, and what do we here? I don't know that I have the answer. I think I'm bringing that question up, though, for you to consider it, to look at it, because each person has their own need to fulfill, both in the moment as who you are as a self, and in your destiny and purpose to fulfill. That's actually a need. And when that's really fulfilled and you acknowledge it and do those things inwardly, you become liberated. Liberated. Can you imagine? Enlightened, it's another word for it, and liberated. And that really is the deepest destiny of any of us. So this planet is a springboard to that kind of liberation. And we get all these trials and hurdles and opportunities to learn, and all these classes and courses we can take to learn. That the information is always within, though. You never have to go without. To learn it, to come to it, to grow to it. That's my take. So let's just take it or leave it, check it out. And there may be a lot more for you when you start to really explore it as the mystic person, learning from the inside, learning through your own inner wisdom. The other thing I want to mention today is these are what I call focused meditations or guided meditations. I just would encourage you, and I know there's some people, and the reason I started this was that some people don't have a meditation practice or haven't had a real good time sitting down and being able to come into stillness. And the guided or focused meditations are really a great place to start. But as we've gone, I've tried to put more and more stillness, just you with your soul, you with spirit, to just be in that. And I would encourage you, we just have 3 days, to take time to now just practice stillness on your own without a guided meditation. In other words, just with the breathing and then inviting spirit and just being in the presence of spirit as you, within you, in oneness with that. Really, that's the most beautiful meditation. And then riding the sound current. And that's a whole nother subject, but so I'm going to, we have 3 days, and then I'm going to figure out tonight, which maybe take a few days break and I'm going to do another series on what I'm calling absorbed in love, the loving of the meditations on the deepest loving of creation, of the Christ, absorbed in love. I'm excited about that. So let's just go inside and just let all my words, those words and your thoughts about those words, just let them go. And bring your attention and awareness to your breath. As you breathe in, and bring that breath from the very base of your spine, up through your torso, into your chest, throat, up right through your head and out the top of your head, connecting with spirit. Exhale, and then take another breath in, opening up that channel between you and your soul, you and God. And breathe out. And breathe in. Again, inviting the part of you that is eternal, your soul, which is in perfection, in oneness with God. And exhale. And as we now go into a more normal pattern of breath, open your awareness and your spiritual eyes and ears to your soul. That part of you that is all good, all goodness, all gratefulness, all expansion, all bliss, that is with God, with eternity. And you might, as we breathe and infuse ourselves with the awareness of soul, just take a moment to ask your soul what, in its wisdom, your existence in this physical plane, in this world, needs. What do you need? Yourself here, your personhood here on this life, in this life, on this planet. You can find that stillness as you listen. And as you open your soul to listening, you also open to all the parts of the consciousness that exist here in this physical plane of existence. Because it has a voice. You are a composite of many levels of consciousness. The body and its wisdom, the emotions and their feelings, the mind and its thoughts, the unconscious, subconscious, and its memories and conditionings. And all those parts of your consciousness have their own needs to fulfill their existence. Obviously, the body needs food and water and sunshine and love. What does the body ask from you right now? What does it need right now? And maybe it'll say what mine is saying to me is more water. It just came in so clear. So listen to the first thing that pops into your mind without censoring it. Maybe it's more dancing. That's also what I'm hearing. And for you, what are you hearing? Now on that feeling level, what does it need from you? What I'm hearing is more playing. So that for me means like games. Part of me loves games and it makes me really happy. So I'm needing to be happier. And one way for that is playing. Maybe playing volleyball or basketball or playing cards even. What are you hearing? In the mind area. What does your mental level need? Mine is telling me, and it comes so fast, I need to read beautiful literature. For me, I love my mind to be stimulated in beauty and beautiful thoughts, innovative thinking as well. And so I can do that by reading beautiful literature. What are you hearing? Maybe it's doing puzzles, word puzzle, crossword puzzles, Sudoku. Maybe it's even talking to someone who's really intriguing about creative ideas in your field to stimulate ideas, sharing of ideas, sharing of innovation, inventiveness, creativity. Now, what does your heart need? Pretty much all of us, we can make one global statement of loving and being loved, sharing loving. And maybe for you, as well as loving, there's something else. Companionship. It's been hard lately in quarantine. Community, belonging, caring for people. Caring for an animal. Caring for plants, making things beautiful, doing art projects. What is it that deep, deep part of you needs and loves? Let's bring our awareness into the soul, back to the soul. What does your soul tell you that you, as a full and vibrant human being on this earth, need for fulfillment? And listen again. Is there anything else? Anything as well as what you may just have heard? And if you are not hearing anything, it's okay. You can always mock it up in your imagination. What is your soul telling you? You need you alone. What is precious to you? And as you've got it, let's just open up to the blessings of spirit through your soul for yourself and everything you need. So that spirit itself, God itself, is pouring its blessings upon you, every aspect of your consciousness. And in these blessings from the Most High Spirit, all your needs are met. And breathe that in. Let it bathe you, infuse you, every part of you. And we'll just enjoy this in stillness and quiet as you just absorb the overflowing, the outpouring of loving from God itself to every part of you. If your mind comes back in, just bring your awareness to your breath. Let it go to your soul. From your soul, let it reach into the most holy, highest spirit and into the loving. And absorb the loving. And if you see any beautiful colors, especially the purplish, bluish purple color, that's the spirit. Oh, so just breathe in, and you can just stretch, keeping that presence with you as you come back into your room, into your bodies. All those needs fulfilled in the spiritual light. Notice, observe how that feels. Notice, observe yourself with a capital S, your true self, your truest nature, fulfilled in this loving from spirit. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes if you'd like to. We'll see you tomorrow for day 31, and namaste.